So right now, Charlotte leaders are preparing for a pretty big political transition, and City Council begins the process of selecting an interim mayor. If you remember back recently, Mayor Vi Lyles said that she's leaving office on June 30th. Again, a lot to sort through when it comes to this story. That's why we have Miles Harris here in studio to break it down for us. So Miles, they have a big job on hand. There have been different organizations, people, community members with their feedback on what should happen next.
Or who's even been involved or even put their name into the hat. Right? That's really like the big thing that we're looking into. Because again, we're going to hear from one of them people tonight, James Mitchell, Mayor Pro Tem for the Charlotte area. And so hearing more because he's one of the later names that have been involved as far as wanting to show interest into this position as far as the interim role. Vi Lyles is again who's stepping down at the end of next month. And so we got a chance to hear from at least one organization in regards to just their feedback, reaction to him wanting to at least take this interim position. And I'll be honest with you, we got a chance to talk to the Black Voter Project. And so obviously, the name in itself explains exactly what they are, kind of a voice and advocate when it comes to black voices, but also the voting part of it as well. And so to be honest with you, there's a little bit of speculation, or not speculation, I should say, hesitation, questions, concerns in regards to who ends up going into this role. And I'll just say, from their side of things, they want to make sure that when it comes to black voices, when it comes to black votes, that they're not being disenfranchised or being pushed away from those concerns that we have already seen. I-77 and that expansion could be one of those conversations that they brought up as well. And just making sure that the voices when it comes to our community and all voices are being seen, heard, and felt from whoever ends up taking that role. And so, again, did get a chance to talk to the Black Voter Project. They mentioned in some of their concerns or questions in regards to who goes into that role. If it is James Mitchell, why there may be concerns around that. But again, whoever goes into that role, they want to make sure that whatever issues, especially those in the black community, are being felt, heard, and understood as they go into this transition period.
And there's an understanding that whoever takes this role, right, they're not going to run in 2 years.
And that's the big one too, right? And so it's that, and it's one of those things that we always talk about, though, too. It's like building the trust. And it's tricky because in this role, it's not that the community even has a vote. It ends up going to the council members. And so I think that's why we'll even hear whether this is really being the start of that conversation and what even happens after this meeting, which is why tonight's meeting has a little bit of weight in conversation, right? I mean, it really, really does. And so I think it'll be interesting to hear also from other people in the community, their thoughts and efforts and what that means to the council members that ultimately do have a vote into who ends up going into that role as well. And so a lot of layers to it, a lot of big onion, I should say, right? So
it's a tricky situation because, yes, this is an interim mayor, but, I mean, there's still a lot of time left on this term. So essentially, you're picking.
It's a year and a half, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, about a year and a half. It's still a lot of time, right? I mean, Mayor Vi Lyles just got reelected, so it's a lot at stake.
It's a big one, and again, like you just said, whatever influence the board members and council members do have, that's going to have a reaction on the community regardless. And so that's the whole thing. And again, it's just more of like a test because, again, it's just the interim role. So how does this look? I think that's what a lot of people in the community are looking forward to seeing.
We will learn more tonight. But make sure you catch Miles' story at what time?
And we are at 4. So I got a couple more things I'm working on right now.
Okay, yes. A busy man. We're going to let him go. Miles, thank you for stopping by.
Appreciate you guys' time.